So the Rugby World Cup final is nearly here, and the Springboks have just announced their side that will be taking on the All Blacks this weekend for the final match in the Rugby World Cup. Now I have to say, overall, not too many changes from what we did see in their game up against the English, but perhaps some key players put in, and the bench is a very big talking point for the Springboks in this contest. But we will start with the starting lineup. Number 1, Stephen Kitshoff. Number 2, Bongi Mbonambi. And number 3, Frans Malherbe. So overall, no changes for that starting front row, and that is the way that it's got to remain. Kitshoff, Malherbe, of course, bringing a lot to the scrums. Mbonambi in between. The consistency in line-out is going to have to be massive, and it is an important factor for the Springboks in this game. In the locking duo, Eben Etzebeth keeps his spot, and number 4 and number 5, it is Franco Mostert. In the loose forward trio, Sia Khaleesi, the captain, starting at number 6, number 7, Peter Steph-Toy, and number 8, Dwayne Vermeulen. So for the 4-pack in this match for the Springboks, no changes from what they had in their last contest of the semi-finals up against England. It does build a very solid foundation for the Springboks in the way that they play. They want to be physical here up against the All Blacks, and the bench is certainly an indication of just that. The 9-10 combo will be Faf de Klerk at number 9, with number 10 being Handré Pollard. So going back to the experienced duo to come off the bench in the last contest, no Cobus Reinach, and also no Mani Lebok in the lineup at all for the Springboks here, not even off the bench. Instead, going with that experience out on the left wing, it is Cheslin Kolbe. He has been a superstar of this Rugby World Cup. Didn't touch the ball nearly enough in that last game, and hopefully he gets a lot more of it here. Although with that selection of Faf de Klerk and Handré Pollard, it does make you wonder, are the Springboks looking for more of a gritty, grindy performance? The weather's not supposed to be flash, expected rain, expected windy conditions. So perhaps Cheslin Kolbe, he's going to have a quiet day at the office. For this one, number 12, Damien Dealende, and number 13, Jesse Kriel, the unchanged midfield combo that has been working effectively for the Springboks. Jesse Kriel only touching the ball once in the semi-final. Dealende not too many more times than that, but he was able to make the meters when he had that opportunity, more than likely going head-to-head with Geordie Barrett here. Number 14, it is Kutli Arunsa, a brilliant player, but once again, we didn't see too much of him with ball in hand for that last contest. And then number 15, to close out the starting lineup for the Springboks, it is Damian Valimza, but now is where it gets interesting. Number 16, Dion Fourie, expected hooker replacement for the Springboks, does also offer cover in the loose forward trio, but with some of the other selections, perhaps the Springboks won't be needing it. Number 17, Ox Nché, so that means he will play every game of this Rugby World Cup, the only Springbok to be able to do so. So a massive achievement for that man, and he has had a real impact when making his way off the bench. The scrum completely changed when the Ox made his way onto the park, and I assume that this game up against the All Blacks will be no different. Number 18, Trevor Nakanye, so back into the side to replace Vincent Koch here. Number 19, Jean Klein. Number 20, RG Snyman. So we will see 2 locking replacements for the Springboks in this matchup. Number 21, Kwaka Smith. He had to be in there somewhere. The man has been absolutely sensational when it comes to being an impact player off the bench for the Boks. Number 22, Jasper Wiese, the 7-1 split returns for the Rugby World Cup final. That is what the Springboks used in their record win over the All Blacks. So they have gone with a bit of a risk here, bringing it out in a World Cup final. But if it does prove effective, we will see the Springboks looking like the freshest side near the end of the contest. But the big thing here is going to be they have to wear out the All Blacks, because it's all well and good having those physical forwards, but if the All Blacks haven't been tested, if they haven't been fatigued, then those men coming off the bench won't have that same impact that they could have if they are up against the tired AB side. And then the last man in the lineup for the Springboks, it is Willie Leroux to close out the team at number 23. So the one back replacement, of course, the second option there is Kwaka Smith. From his 7 days, we know that he can play in the back line just in case it is needed, but more than likely the 7 forwards, the one back, the Springboks looking to win themselves back-to-back World Cups. Will this team be enough to get the job done? That is the question. But ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer and closer to the Rugby World Cup final now. We will be doing the live commentary on the channel as well as a preview. We will be letting you know who the All Blacks have selected. I believe they are announced at about 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, New Zealand time, or this evening in South Africa. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, let me know what you think of this lineup I don't think many people were anticipating that 7-1, but now that they've seen it, they know the Springboks mean business, and this is going to be an epic World Cup final. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.